Dear students, good morning. Yesterday we started new chapter, new topic or new chapter vector. Okay. What are the vector quantities? Quantities which have direction are known as vector quantities. If physical quantity does not have direction, then this type of physical quantities are known as scalar quantities. We basically take two types of vectors. Number one, polar vectors, and number two, axial vectors. And we also give some examples of this type of vector. Today we take some other types of vector. Okay. Then first we take equal vectors. Okay. First we take equal vectors. देखिए, we know every vector have magnitude and direction. Okay, every vector have magnitude and direction. Then equal vector, if two vectors have same magnitude and same direction, if two vectors have same magnitude and same direction, then these types of vector are known as equal vectors. Okay, vectors have same magnitude and same direction, then this type of vectors are known as equal vectors. Okay, number two, unequal vectors. Equal vectors, then we take unequal vectors. Unequal vectors, vectors have unequal magnitude and direction, or both are unequal, means both direction is not same, magnitude are not equal, or magnitude and not same and direction are not magnitude are not equal and direction are not same, then they are known as unequal vector. Means magnitude different है या direction different है और both are different, then this type of vectors are known as unequal vectors. ओके, तो दोनों का डेफिनेशन मिलता है. देखिए आप, इक्वल वेक्टर्स मेन बात है वेक्टर्स की, अनइक्वल इक्वल वेक्टर्स में मैग्नीट्यूड एंड डायरेक्शन वाले टर्म्स आएंगे. इफ डायरेक्शन एंड मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ वेक्टर्स आर सेम, देन दे आर इक्वल वेक्टर. इफ दे डोंट हैव सेम मैग्नीट्यूड एंड सेम डायरेक्शन, और मैग्नीट्यूड सेम है बट डायरेक्शन डिफरेंट है, डायरेक्शन सेम है और मैग्नीट्यूड डिफरेंट है, और बोथ आर डिफरेंट, then this type of vectors are known as unequal vectors. Okay, example, if we draw two vectors, number one vector and number two vectors, these two vectors are equal vectors. Why? Because magnitude and direction both are same for these two vectors, so these two vectors are equal vectors. Okay, if two vectors, first vector is this and second vector is this, then these are unequal vectors, because these two vectors have same direction but magnitude of these vectors are not same. Okay, यहाँ in this condition magnitude are not same. If we take two vectors, this and this is 3 centimeter length and this is also 3 centimeter length. These two are also unequal vectors. Why? Because in this condition also, in this condition magnitude is same but direction is not same. And if we take this and this, in this condition magnitude as well as direction both are not same, then this is unequal vector, these two are unequal vector, and these two are also unequal vectors, and these two are equal vectors. Okay, the equal vectors have same direction and same magnitude, and unequal vector have different direction, different magnitude, or both can be different. Okay, dear student, number 3, we take opposite vectors. Number 3, we take opposite vector or negative vector. Opposite vector or negative vector. if two vectors have same magnitude, if two vectors have same magnitude and opposite direction, मैग्नीट्यूड क्या होगा बेटा सेम एंड डायरेक्शन क्या होगा अपोजिट। इफ टू वेक्टर्स हैव सेम मैग्नीट्यूड बट अपोजिट डायरेक्शन देन दीज वेक्टर्स आर नोन एज अपोजिट वेक्टर और नेगेटिव वेक्टर। एग्जांपल, दिस इज वेक्टर ए एंड दिस इज वेक्टर बी। बाय डायग्राम इट इज क्लियर, both have same direction, both have same direction, both have same magnitude, both have same magnitude but the direction of both vectors are opposite, so these vectors are called negative vectors. Sum of two opposite vectors are always null vector or zero vector। ये zero vector होगा, null vector। कल हमने आपको बताया था जीरो वेक्टर, द वेक्टर हैव मैग्नीट्यूड जीरो, इट डज नॉट हैव डेफिनेट डायरेक्शन, उसका मैग्नीट्यूड कितना होगा जीरो होगा। व्हेन वी एड टू अपोजिट वेक्टर्स देन वी गोट ए जीरो वेक्टर। ओके, देन दिस इज डेफिनेशन ऑफ अपोजिट वेक्टर। नेक्स्ट डेफिनेशन इज कोप्लानर वेक्टर। नेक्स्ट इज कोप्लानर वेक्टर। coplanar vector, okay, what are the coplanar vector? What is the meaning of coplanar? Plane is, you know plane, two straight lines, हमेशा two points always make a straight line and two straight lines make a plane। देखिए, this is a one straight line and this is another straight line, then these two straight line makes a plane। ये देखिए ये प्लेन हो जाएगा। ओके, नाउ वी टेक एग्जांपल दैट x एक्सिस एंड y एक्सिस, दीज आर टू लाइंस एंड दीज टू लाइंस मेक्स ए xy प्लेन। ओके, दिस in this condition this board comes in this xy plane। now coplanar vectors, if vectors are in same plane then these vectors are known as coplanar vectors। and two vectors are, if we take only two vectors then two vectors are always in same plane। for example, this is a first vector and this is second vector, then these are comes in always in the same plane। but when we take another third vector लेंगे तब बात करेंगे हम, two vectors तो जो होंगे वो always same plane में होंगे, because two vectors, two straight lines, vectors means two straight lines, here we take polar vectors। so polar, every polar vector have a some initial point, so these are the two vectors, polar vectors p vector and q vector, then these two vectors are always in a same plane because two vectors, two straight lines makes a plane। okay, but when we take 3 4 5 different vectors then these are, if they are in the same plane then they are called coplanar vector। if they are not in same plane then they are not called coplanar vector। okay, next is collinear vector। next is collinear vector। next is collinear vector। okay, what is collinear vectors? vectors are have in a straight line, जो वेक्टर्स एक सेम स्ट्रेट लाइन में होंगे दीज वेक्टर्स आर नोन एज कोलिनियर वेक्टर्स। वेक्टर्स आर इन अलोंग ए सेम स्ट्रेट लाइन। लेट अस एग्जांपल, वी टेक ए एग्जांपल ए बी वेक्टर, एंड ए सी वेक्टर आर कोलिनियर वेक्टर। okay, o a b vector and ac vector are collinear vector because these are along a straight line। so collinear vectors are the vectors which are along a straight line, these are known as कोलिनियर वेक्टर। नेक्स्ट ऑल टॉपिक्स जो हैं, इस सारे टॉपिक्स हम आपको नोट्स में भेज चुके हैं, तो आप नोट्स में नोट कीजिएगा, ठीक है, और नोट्स से पढ़िएगा। ओके डियर स्टूडेंट्स, अब देखिए नेक्स्ट इज नल वेक्टर। ये कल भी हमने भेजा था आपको, आप चाहे दोबारा नोट कर लीजिएगा। नल वेक्टर और जीरो वेक्टर। व्हाट इज नल वेक्टर और जीरो वेक्टर? वेक्टर विच हैव मैग्नीट्यूड जीरो इज कॉल्ड नल वेक्टर और जीरो वेक्टर। ऐसा वेक्टर जिसका मैग्नीट्यूड कितना होता है? जीरो, दैट इज कॉल्ड जीरो वेक्टर। Any body is stationary, then the velocity vector of that body is a null vector. If we add two opposite vectors, abhi we take example in opposite vector. If two vectors are opposite vector, then sum of these two vectors are null vector. Because when we add two vectors, then two equal magnitude and opposite direction vectors, then we got zero vector or null vector. This is called zero vector or null vector. Then we take co-initial vector. Co-initial vector. If the initial point of two or three or more vectors are same, if initial point of three or more or any vector 3, 4, 5 vectors have same initial point, then they have same initial point, then they are known as co-initial vector. Okay dear students, आज हम यही वेक्टर्स ले रहे हैं, co-initial vector, null vector, collinear vector, coplanar vector, opposite vector, unequal and unequal vector. These are the main types of vector. We take some another types of vector tomorrow, but you read, understand and note down these types of vectors and diagram I send in notes, okay, in your notebook. Okay dear students, have a nice day. Thank you.